I get up to the desk, like I said, and then he showed me the infractions. He gets a piece of paper, put it on the desk. I'm like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's a write-up. I'm like, a write-up? What you mean it's a write-up? He's like, I gave you a write-up because you got more than 2 infractions. I'm like, oh, I don't sign write-up. He's like, well, what do you mean you don't sign write-up? I'm like, I don't sign write-ups. Well, that's not a good enough reason for you not to sign a write-up. I say, yes, it is a good enough Alright, y'all, what is up? I'm King J, and y'all, as y'all see, I have my Amazon uniform, so that means I'm here to do another Amazon video. Now, y'all, I just want to say, before I get into anything though, if y'all are new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Drop a comment down below and let me know what y'all like about these videos, what y'all want to see in the videos, you know, let me know all of that. And you know, that'll basically help me know what kind of videos y'all want to see. Do y'all like the videos? All that will help me out in the end. So y'all, basically what today's video is going to be about is why I got written up on the first day, literally my first day as an Amazon driver. Now, start off in the morning. You know, basically, obviously, you know, it's your first day on the job. You're nervous, right? Starting off, I had a dispatcher that, you know, claim he was a driver. You know how they just lie and say that they used to be the driver too, so they can make themselves look like they fit in our shoes before. Well, I just want to go ahead and say that was a lie. Obviously, I heard it from numerous people that it was a lie. So what happened was basically they basically put me on a route that I was not trained for, which is apartments. So I don't care what nobody say. When you first initially get to Amazon, if they train you on your ride along on apartments, then yes, it's okay to put somebody on apartments and let them fend for themselves. But if you were trained in a nice area and all these uppity mansions and nice houses, that's where they should put you at on your first day, not throw you in apartments. Like, because that's basically a joke. Because just think about it, you're delivering to a nice area on your first day with your ride along person, and all of a sudden the next day, your first exact day, quote unquote, your first day, they throw you in apartments. You know how many addresses and group stops that you have to go to when you're at apartments? It's never going to be just one address in apartments, opposed to when you delivering at a house in a neighborhood. It's a big difference. And I know it's someone out there that can agree with me on that, because clearly it's a big turnaround rate when it comes to these Amazon drivers. You know, it's a turnaround rate for a reason. Now, next step was I couldn't log in my Mentor or my Amazon Flex account. So I obviously, you know, I couldn't log in on their phone. I could log in on my own phone, but not theirs. So as I'm logging in, it's keep giving me an error, like saying, oh, that's incorrect password, whatever, this and that. So I'm keep calling the dispatcher over, and he's like, I need you to go. I need you to go. Like, I'm trying to log into the thing so I can be able to scan my carts in. Why are you saying you need me to go? Like, help me, it's my first day. So this clown tells me, okay, it's logged in, just refresh it, and I need you to go. I'm like, okay, you know, I could see what kind of person he's gonna be. So then we went over to the facility, loaded the packages in, whatever, boom, everything was good. I loaded all my packages in. It's easy to basically, so it's easy when you're scanning in these packages. It's easy when you're scanning in the packages. You just scan them in and you just put them in the truck, put them in your Amazon van. Now, they gave me 175 packages on my first day with about 90 stops. Anybody want to tell me down in the comments, is that a nursery route? I'm waiting. Because I've seen numerous of videos on here saying, oh, you know, I got nursery routes, and it just was like 60 packages and, you know, about 50 stops or 40 stops, 60 packages, 70 packages. Now, I've seen normal loads go all the way up to 400 packages, and I feel sorry for them people, man, because they're basically killing you. But that's just what my mind was. Okay, so boom, I go out to my route. You know, obviously I'm a little confused, so I have to drive to my route, whatever. Finally get to the route, get to my first stop, and obviously I'm confused. One thing that they do they do say in orientation or training is not to back up, in which I'm freaking confused on that, because how can't you not back up a vehicle that is built to back up?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
How is it that you're getting an infraction when it's built to back up? So apparently I had, you know, I was backing up all day, I ain't gonna lie, because once I got in my mood, I already knew that this was probably my last video or my last time driving this truck. So I just said, you know what? Screw all them orientation thing, whatever. I'm gonna back the vehicle up, especially if it sends me down a driveway that I don't have a choice but to back up. What am I gonna do? Just keep going straight until nothing? I'm supposed to back up, right? So I was taught a little trick, actually, by my ride-along driver, that when you put it in reverse, you back up real fast and you throw it back in neutral, and it basically keeps going back. Obviously, it keeps going back. And, you know, they say, oh, you can't back up more than 5 seconds or it's considered a violation. Stupidest thing I've ever heard, you know? So, you know, obviously I'm going. I finally get done with my route, and boom, I called the dispatcher, the clown. He says, oh, I'm telling you, he called me at least 6 or 7 times within that first day. Oh, you're getting safety infractions, bro. You're getting safety infractions. I'm like, man, honestly, I'm just trying to finish these packages for real. Like, why does they keep calling me? That's what I'm saying. I get back in. The clown tells me, oh, I'm gonna show you when you get back in, so that I could teach you a little more and coach you a little more on it. He said nothing about a write-up. Now get to the desk. He's talking to me, this and that, and first and foremost, I walk to the desk. He's like, I'm like, what? Like, what happened? He's like, man, you got 5 infractions, but apparently I had 4. Now, if it's my first time on a job in your vehicle, I have to get used to your vehicle. You know, I have to get used to your vehicle, man. Them cameras in that vehicle is probably the most stupidest creation ever. The stupidest creation ever. Those cameras will be the fall of those delivery drivers, because they do that because they know it's nobody out there in the truck with with you, and they want to be able to micromanage you, which is sad, you know. So anyways, I get to the desk. He tells me, oh, this and that. He shows me my infractions on the computer from the camera, and it's almost like he's watching my camera only all day. So I get up to the desk, like I said, and then he showed me the infractions. He gets a piece of paper, put it on the desk. I'm like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's a write-up. I'm like, a write-up? What you mean it's a write-up? He's like, I gave you a write-up because you got more than 2 infractions. I'm like, oh, I don't sign write-ups. I don't sign write-ups. He's like, well, what do you mean you don't sign write-ups? I'm like, I don't sign write-ups. Well, that's not a good enough reason for you not to sign a write-up. I say, yes, it is a good enough reason. He say, well, if you're not going to sign the write-up, then I would have to explain this to my bosses, and they'll have to see where it goes from there. So I'm like, okay. So after a while, you know, I'm just talking to him and telling him, like, you know, basically I'm not signing a write-up, and which I didn't. So what I did was, you know, just to shut him up, I just wrote on a paper. I literally did like a line like this, like that. That's not my signature. And then I put, I do not admit to guilt. And obviously that pissed him off. That pissed him off. And here I am. The very next day, I called in, because my body's aching. I actually had got a cold from getting wet, trying to perform for them, do something for them. And then I get in and get slapped to the face with a write-up. So basically, I told him the next day that I'm not coming in. I didn't say I quit. I said I'm not coming in today. I got sick from delivering the packages in the rain. And he said, okay, well, I'll see you Wednesday, because obviously 4th of July is a holiday. You don't work. So Wednesday comes, or no, actually a few minutes later, I look on my email and it says you have been removed from the shift for 7/5/2023. So I'm like, okay, okay, So, basically what I'm saying is, don't go out there and stress yourself out for these DSPs, because they don't care about you. I literally got written up on my first day, which is a joke. I never got written up on a job. I never even heard about someone getting written up on a job the first day. Not a warning, not a verbal warning, a write-up. That's a joke. But anyways, y'all let me know, have y'all ever had a similar experience or anything with these DSPs, these Amazon DSPs? And with all that being said, I'm King J. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the video down in the comments below. And y'all, I'm gonna be out. Peace.